If you like my videos and you want such more videos, then do like, share and consider subscribing. For the notification, do not forget to tap the notification icon. Thank you. Good morning students, welcome to today's class. In today's class we are going to study about asexual mode of reproduction and its methods. One of the methods we have discussed in our earlier class, means the last class. So I am going to discuss the second method that is used by some animal to reproduce through asexual method. So this method is binary fission. Before discussing about this method, let's understand what this term means. Binary means two and fission means splitting. So in this process, the parent organism is divided into two daughter organisms. So let's see how this method take place and what are those animals which uses this method for their reproduction. So let's understand the binary fission process. The binary fission, or where the splitting or breaking of the parent cell into two daughter cell, takes place in unicellular organism, and this organism is amoeba. We can see this example in amoeba. You may have studied about amoeba in your class 7, that this is a unicellular organism which lives in fresh water and body is made up of one cell. Therefore, it is called as unicellular. So, what happens in this case, that in amoeba, the nucleus starts splitting into two. The nucleus starts splitting into two, hence the cytoplasm also develops into two, it also starts splitting up. Further, once the nucleus is split into two, the cytoplasm is split into two. So here forms two amoeba as daughter cells. So one parent cell is divided into two daughter cells by the process of binary fission. So this is one method of asexual mode of reproduction where the organism is divided into two, means one parent is divided into two daughter cells. So these are the two methods which we can see in the animals where they are using asexual mode of reproduction. Well, there are many methods like multiple fission and regeneration where asexual mode of reproduction is helping the organism to produce offsprings. But we are going to study that in higher classes. For class 8, these two methods are enough, where you have studied about the process of budding, which is shown in Hydra, and binary fission, which is shown in amoeba. Now, often the question arises that whether asexual mode of reproduction can take place in all those animals also which shows sexual mode of reproduction. Is there any chance? Well, there is one more method which we are going to discuss in the end of this chapter, that is cloning. Cloning is that method by which reproduction is done and it produces exact copies or identical copies. So let's study about cloning process. So now students, we are studying about the last topic of this chapter, that is cloning. You may have heard this term. What is cloning? Well, cloning is the process by which exact copies of a complete organism is made. So what is cloning? It is just producing a exact copy, a identical copy, or a carbon copy, if you understand this term much better, a carbon copy of a complete organism. So if we see in the case of sexual mode of reproduction, the offspring is not at all the carbon copy of one parent, because it inherits the characters of both of the parents. So you may have seen lots of characters from both of the parents coming into the offspring, just like you or me. We have inherited characters of both of our parents, both mother and father. So you may be a bit more like your father or a bit more like your mother, but because actually you are inheriting the genetic material of both of the parents, means half of the chromosomes is coming from the mother and half of the chromosomes is coming from the father. But what about in the case of asexual mode of reproduction? Exact copy is made. So cloning is also that method where exact copy, exact carbon copy of an organism is made. So human being has always been a very curious individual, so it always try to find new things. So in the case of mammals, where only sexual reproduction is done, many attempts were made to make the clones. Well, many attempts were made, but the successful attempt was done in the year 1996 by Roslin University in Edinburgh, Scotland, by the team of Ian Wilmut and his colleagues. So I'm going to write down that. So it was in the year 1996 when successful cloning was done in Edinburgh, Scotland, and it was done by Ian Wilmut and his colleagues. And this result was called as Dolly. It was Dolly ship, which was a result of successful cloning. So how this process was done? Let's discuss that. So as you know that mammals, like human beings, we do sexual reproduction to produce offspring. So there is a male gamete and a female gamete. So how to do reproduction in the case of mammal and how the cloning can be done? For that, two ships were taken. One was Finn Dorset ship and another was black-faced ewe. From Finn Dorset's ship, mammary gland means cell from mammary gland was taken, and from black-faced ewe, egg was taken. Now what happened after that? That from egg, the nucleus was removed and the nucleus of mammary gland. Mammary gland are those glands which are found in the female mammals, which help them to provide milk to their young ones. Mammals got their name from the mammary gland they have. So the nucleus of mammary gland was put into the egg of the black-faced ewe, and then this egg was implanted back into the uterus of black-faced ewe. So it was implanted into the black-faced ewe, and after the whole development of the egg into a complete organism, the ship Dolly was born. Now here, since it was having the nucleus of the Finn Dorset ship, so Dolly had complete characteristics of the Finn Dorset ship. Although it took birth from black-faced ewe and the egg was black-faced ewe, but since it has nucleus of the Finn Dorset ship, so it was complete or exact or carbon copy of the Finn Dorset ship. because the genetic material came from the fin dorsal. So this process of cloning was made successful in the result of Dolly. Unfortunately, Dolly, although was a successful attempt, but it was not able to live for a very long time, and after almost 6 years, it died in the year 2003 almost on 14th February. So although it had a very short lifespan, but still it was a very successful attempt for those scientists and researchers who were doing cloning. So cloning can be done in mammals also by this process, and this was a complete evidence to show that cloning produces an exact copy or a carbon copy of a individual. So here one more question is arised by many students, means the curiosity is been there in many students, that is there possibility of human cloning? Well, you may have heard in many science fiction books, or you may have heard in lots of story. Well, maybe it is a possibility, but it is completely unethical. The result can also lead to a lot of problems into the offspring that is born by this process, that is being developed by the cloning process, and it is a very costly affair also. So maybe that's why till now the cloning of human beings are not done as such, but other organisms, the cloning is being tried so that we can have more offsprings of those organisms which are endangered or they are almost at the brink of extinction. So in this class we have studied about the process of cloning. So here your chapter ends, that is the reproduction in animals. This was done in 2 stages. In class 7th you have studied about the reproduction in plants, both sexual and asexual mode of reproduction, and in class 8 you have studied about the reproduction in animals, both sexual and asexual mode of reproduction. Both of the methods are done by animals. The higher animals show more sexual mode of reproduction compared to the lower animals, because the higher animals have those organ systems which is missing from the lower animals, because their body design is very simple and they don't have lots of organ system in their body. So this is about this chapter.